Saturday approacheth. Saturday approacheth, boys. Alright, so I made some progress. So here's the team. This is the team. The team is level 40. And this guy's level 42. So I'm ready. But before that, I still can't run on this wood, huh? Oh, I thought this guy would give me a super rod. Alright, boys. Let's go. We're gonna get some of these trainers, and we're gonna head back, and we're gonna get our Jimmy badge. Shuppet learns Shadow Ball in 1 level. Katsu. 1 second. Kyodai siblings. Chikara sibling power. Aresete ganbarimasu. Ganbarimasu. Umi kyodai. Katsuto Ami. Mariruri. Look at these lads. He has feint attack, which is actually really good. The best place I found for grinding, if you can believe it, was Mount Pyre. The only Pokemon I couldn't grind on Mount Pyre was Machamp. But everything else went fine. I even caught a Chimecho. I found one. Alright. Well, I'm locked into rollout now. He actually took a while to catch. Yeah! Naito Shado. You're alive? Well, it's fine. Chimecho is a very strange Pokemon. Most people know this. Chimecho is a Pokemon that only exists in one place in the game. That's Mount Pyre at the summit at a 1% encounter. The only trainer in the game that has Chimecho, so you can check the Pokedex to where it is a gentleman in the Trickmaster's house. An optional trainer in the Trickmaster's house. Aneki to gambatta no ni katte nakatta yo. Oya? Hoeru ko? I'm getting my big whale. I love this thing. Whale noises. Huero. So I went from Weruko to Weruro. Badass. Chotto anta watashi to chobu shimashou. He's a big whale. Misaki. Oh. Just one more level, and I'll get Shadow Bolu. Whoa! He is the Whale Lord after all. He is pivotal to the Reggie puzzle as well. Which means I'll have to catch a Relicanth, and we can go to the Reggies. Mikake ni yorazu tsuyoi wa ne. He didn't learn Shadow Ball. I thought 43 was Shadow Ball. He didn't learn it. Was I lied to? One more level. Shit. Alright. Umi, umi, umi. Miwatatsu. Gakiri. Kakiri, umi. Umi wa mo akitazo. I thought it was 43. Alright, whatever. Chiamami. Alright, my oven is about to go off, which means I'm about to disappear. I will be back once food is in the oven. Saraba. Saraba. Now I wait. Wait, why am I dying? What happened? What the fuck happened to my creature? I want water. Who wants a progress report? Google. Progress report, Andy. 575. Not bad if I do say so myself. Whoa! Okay. Hold on. La 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 la. La la la. One sec, chat. I wasn't paying attention. What? Nine. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Alright. Something without explaining why I'm asking. I saw a game from different dev at the Izakaya Des. Its name was Total Blooming X, where X is some other word, which you assume at first glance it was another entry in the Blooming Chaos series. Yes. And I say that because Blooming Chaos 2 is, despite how much I think it sucks, it's quite well known. It's the fact that it already has a sequel. So it's already an established series. So anything that's called Toho Blooming is immediately going to be lobbed in with the other Blooming games. Anyway, I was just filling in an email chat. I got an email for a key. Requesting a key for Fantasy Maiden Wars. So, Nande otoko to bikini ga tsuki nano kashira ne? Minna watashi no koto jiro jiro miro no yo. Yeah, they sent me an email for like the first email they sent me was for a Steam key for the demo for Next Fest, and they sent me another email now, Marie, and it's just a key for the game, so I put in a request for that. Azumao. So if I get a key for the game, awesome. Okay. That's kind of the problem when you have naming when you use certain words for names that are already a part of an established game in some way. The problem really isn't so much the word, it's more so the fact that one, it's a Toho Blooming Chaos is a series, there's 2 in it. 2, it's made by the studio that made a very well-known game, so even if it itself is not as prolific, as the main game they're known for, they're still known for it. So it can cause confusion, which ultimately, well, I guess it depends on how you view it. It can either hurt or help sales. People will buy it assuming it's related, and they'll punk themselves, or people will get mad or something. I don't know. Blooming Chaos 2 was not a very fun game. Just saying. Jitsuryoku ga chikai tsugi wa synonyms are probably fine. It's just keeping it from the same word. I mean, I doubt it's the same genre. That's kind of the important distinction, is whether or not it's the same genre. Because then it is kind of like, oh, you're using the name intentionally to ride off the back. No, I played Blooming Chaos too, and I thought the game was actually kind of bad. Aside from the fact that it was hard to read it in English, it was like needlessly grindy for no real reason. It didn't really feel fun to play. Characters didn't really feel different or special. And I didn't really understand what was going on for a better part of like fucking 4 or 5 hours I played it. I played it for a while. I didn't play it for 20 minutes. I'll tell you that right now. I didn't play it for 20 minutes. I played it for a while and decided that it was not fun. To be honest, I don't think I like any of the games that that the Misty's Izakaya dev has made, except Misty's Izakaya. Umi ni wa Pokemon ga takusan iru kara ne. Oyoide wataru no mo koro tsuru yo. Like, I played Fairy Knockout, and when the demo of Fairy Knockout I played, I did not like it. Haruki. They had another one that was like some kind of boss game with Kokoro that was cool, but it was only really a single boss fight, more of a proof of concept game. I don't think Blooming Chaos 2 is good. I never played Blooming Chaos 1, but Misty's Izakaya is a great game. Kinda weird, huh? Well, I guess it depends. Like, I think people tend to assume that when you're talking about like a group or a circle, that it's always the same people working on the game itself, but it's possible the circle is big enough that people within the group themselves they're working on their own projects, but they just can share resources because they're all in the same group. Toreina no sodateta Pokemon wa hontou ni tsuyoi na. So it can just be a different section of the group working on something in particular. Hinagi ni wa oraka na yotsu bakari da ze. Zettai okotori shinai nda. Mochiron ore mo na. Watashi ni kattetara sugoi shouho oshiete ageru. Makes sense, the same people made it, so there's distinctness where they find something hit. That's also true. It's also possible they made something and they just didn't hit it. Just because you made one good thing doesn't mean you will make many good things. Tsutomu and Mikako. Like, you know the group Ilu Collab? Ilu Collab's last Toho game they made was Genso Skydrift, which is a pretty cool game. You are very small, Mr. Whale. Pretty cool game. The game they made immediately after that was some, like, black and white text adventure game that had bad reviews. So that's a shame. You'd have to look it up. I don't remember exactly what it was. It wasn't Toho, obviously, but the game had negative reviews. I guess it was too hard or too confusing or something along those lines. But this was the newest game they had released after Genso Skydrift, which was one of their best performing games. So it's not like the same people who worked on one all worked on the other, right? It's possible that the group is large enough to some capacity that different people are working on different projects, but they're running it under their group, so they're utilizing the resources they have available to them, right? Something like that. But have you played a game by a dev where you thought it was really, really good, and then you played another game by them and you thought that, like, it wasn't the same dev by how much of a difference it was or how much you hated it? Aramakechata no ne. Like, big publishers are different. Obviously, a company like Capcom or Nintendo is making all different kinds of genre to mixed variation and mixed success due to various reasons. But, like, specifically for, like, indie stuff, right? Because I know Shovel Knight dev, Yacht Games, they're currently working on their new game, which is kind of like a GB style Legend of Zelda game that looks pretty neat. And that's coming off the reputation of Shovel Knight, of course. Shovel Knight's a big game. So maybe that game is good, maybe it's not good. I don't know. Other than the FNAF guy, before he hit it off, it said series, not too many. But that doesn't really count because that was games before FNAF, right? I'm talking more like you play a game and you're like, wow. And then a new one comes out and it's like, oh, what happened? Legacy of Goku 1 versus 2. Isn't Legacy of Goku 2 Boo's Fury? Or is there two Legacy of Gokus? Does one stop at Frieza and one stop at Cell? I only played Boo's Fury. There is two. Okay, so the first one stops at Frieza and the second one goes to Cell, I guess. Alright, let's see. Boo's Fury is essentially 3. Hold on, I'm gonna give Thunderbolt. I'm gonna give Thunderbolt to Manectric now, because I don't see him leaving the team. Jumanboto. Okay. Give her a spark for it. Sometimes, like... I can't think of any examples off the top of my head. But, well, I mean, I guess I could say Mystia. I could say Mystia, but Mystia was the latest game at that point. But I played the, I played Blooming Chaos. I played Blooming Chaos, and I thought Blooming Chaos was not good. But, like, that wasn't their newest game. I must go. I'm not gonna get curb stomped this time. This is so annoying. Hey. Whale Lord is big. Whale Lord is a whale. He is a big whale. Alright. Yeah, Whale Lord is actually properly to scale. In the Coliseum XD games. Not so much in other later 3D ones. Alright, here we go. So, this time... Here's my plan. My plan this time is I'm gonna Thunderbolt the Zatu and I'm definitely gonna kill it. And I'm gonna burn the Clay Doll so its Earthquake doesn't do that much. Thing is, the Clay Doll, everything on the team has Levitate after, so we're gonna burn you, and we're gonna kill you with Thunderbolt. You're definitely dead, because Spark... You're not dead! You better not die. You're still dead in one hit?! That pretty significantly. Okay. I can't believe he still fucking died. He's like 8 levels higher than last time he was here. I just wanted to burn the Clay Doll. I guess the potion being used is nice. Okay. Alright. So I have Bite and I got Fly. Go for damage. Grunaton. Not bad. Wow, that thing's faster. Oh, it hit itself again. Okay. Sight. Okay. Alright. That's actually favorable. Because now Big Whale's in. Citrus Berry. Alright, come on, Big Whale. A triple hidden confusion? I'm never gonna get this lucky again. Okay, it's down. Runaton down. Somehow Crobat is surviving. Alright, Crobat. I want your final move. Confuse Ray. Confuse Ray the Soul Rock. Soruroku. Hang in there, champ. Aha, it's confused. Oh, it's still confused. It got its earthquake. It's okay, Crobat lives. Whale lives. You're confused now, too. Hit himself. Okay. Oh, it didn't kill! Okay. He's gonna potion. He's gonna potion. He's gonna potion. Come on. Come on, whale. Come on, whale. Alright. Alright. Crobat a fucking hero. That's my food. It's ready. My food's ready. I gotta go get my food, chat. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Wow. It's just me and you, doll boy. Alright. Alright. He's finished. No spread move negation this time. Wow. He flinched. Crobat. Crobat kind of carried. Boku tachi no Chin? Ram kon. Oh wait, that's her name. What are your names? Fu and Ran, yeah. Combination ga yabureta kara ni wa shikatanai. Make mi tomete kore o agero. Yo. Hmm. One is Boo, one is Ron. Main Dobaji ni wa Pokemon no Tokuko to Tokubo o Takameru koga ka himerarete yoru. Sore kara daibun ga diving toe o hiden waza mo tsukamae yo ni suru yo. Ato kore mo motte ikinai. Kono waza machine 04 ni wa Meisoka ga haiteru yo. Pokemon no Tokuko to Pokemon no Tokubo o takamete kureru waza nanda? Espa type no Espa Pokemon ni Pitarita. Phone call from Mr. Krabs. I did it. I'm good. Wow. What's nice about eating now is I won't be hungry later. So, Shuppet died instantly. Classic. What? What? Shuppet gave Crobat a free in. Shuppet died so Crobat could live. What are you gonna do? Yakusoku Dori Rogu to Nanryu o Chodai Shini Kitawa yo. So, I like that after Team Magma fails, so they awaken Groudon and runs away. They're like, what? So they just decide to steal Rocket Fuel to blow up a volcano. And when you beat them, Maxie's like, wait, like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, okay, yeah, awaken the legendary Pokemon, gotcha. But his plan right now is to steal Rocket Fuel and use it to and pour it into the volcano to blow it up. Like, bro. You gotta relax. Oh. That did less than the confusion damage did. Archie doesn't have time. I actually really like how Emerald structures the two teams. I like how it structures it. So they're both involved in the plot. It's not just one and you go to Origin Cave. They both fuck up. Activate the primal powers of Groudon. Nenryugi wa Play. Don't mind me. I'm satiating myself. Chanto yokuku shite kara kitanda ore tacha hikyomono cha naize. Well, the Team Magma's whole plot is to expand the land for people in Pokemon. And they try to do it by awakening Groudon. And it fails, and then they decide, let's activate a volcano. And Maxie realizes after these thwarted that he's like, wait a minute, what's wrong with me, dude? What's wrong with me? They're environmental extremists. But like, the only reason their group works. The only reason their group works is because Pokemon exist that are able to do that, right? Hikyo na te o tsukai ba yokata. But like, Team Magma here has taken the fucking ultimate solution to cause an eruption, which would actually accomplish their goal. Uchiu Senta Space Center ni chozo shitearu ro gunto no nenryu wa zenbu ore tachi ga itadaite ikuze. But what about Team Aqua? What do you think Team Aqua will do? Like, if Team Aqua didn't have access to Kyogre, how the fuck are they gonna increase the ocean? What's their plan to increase the ocean? I'm curious about that. Blowing up a volcano? Makes sense to me. It'll erupt, lava goes over the water. Congratulations, more land. They'll blow up an island, and it creates more water. Does it though? I guess so. If they blow up an island, then there's water over top, but like, they still have to destroy a pretty decent chunk of under the island to actually make it back to be water, right? Ko puri pai de ii kara nenryou kuranai? Well, wouldn't they have to blow up a sizable chunk of the island? Like, they'd have to blow up the island from the very bottom of it, right? An island isn't just a floating mass of land. It's a slab of land that is pushed up and is surrounded by water. So if they wanted to increase the size of the ocean, they'd have to take out the entirety of the island from a structural standpoint. Meanwhile, a volcano can just lava over the water and bam, you got a land. It's just that simple. This is why Maxie is a researcher and Archie is a pirate. Rira kara dare mo koko tozuna te iwaretaru n da yo. I just wish we had better motivation. Like, what is the motivation behind creating more land or creating more sea, right? Like, Giovanni's a leader of organized crime. He doesn't need a reason. He's a crime lord. Cyrus is doing everything he's doing for the sake of creating a new world. Getsus is doing it to take over the world. But, like, why do Archie and Maxie want to expand the sea and expand the land? Why? What's their reason for wanting to do that? Aside from just, like, because they want to do that. You could say Getsus' reason isn't very good, but, like, he's evil. Maxie and Archie aren't inherently evil characters. They just have misguided beliefs. Which is why when they see what they've done by awakening the legendary beasts, or the legendary the duo, Kyogre and Groudon, they immediately regret it. They return the orbs to Mount Pyre and they leave. Hell, in Oraz, the game that you have, they stick around and turn over a new leaf. They're still allowed to, like, exist and get away with all their crimes. But, like, they realize what they did was wrong, and they try to correct that. Cyrus disappears. Getsus, like, he runs away and he comes back, and then he goes, like, mad. I don't get it. I guess they didn't really think that far ahead for them. There's also Rainbow Rocket. So, specifically for the Rainbow Rocket, we have a version of Maxie and Archie who have completed their goal. But for some reason, like, they complete their goal, but they don't realize what they did is wrong? Which doesn't even make any sense. Because their actions immediately lead them to understanding they've made a mistake. But then, in that universe, they succeed, I guess. Whatever. Getsus dies. No, Getsus goes... He goes mentally unstable. When Getsus' Kyurem Fusion loses, and you beat him in a battle, like, he goes... He lashes out, and then the Shadow Triad shows up and say that he's gone mentally unstable, and they take him away. No idea where he goes. Nanda omae. Ore tachi. 3人に囲まれてるのにやろうとのか。はい。無鉄砲な Yatsune Matsue Ore Karata. In the Rainbow Rocket episode, if you beat him, he takes Lily hostage. He's like, man, fuck this. I don't care if I lost a Pokemon battle. Fuck you. So he takes a hostage. Then Chorus comes out of nowhere and it's just like, by the way, I hate your guts, lol, and then sends him back to a wormhole. All the other team leaders are like, oh, you beat me, alright. Goodbye. Ore wa maketa chikashi. Anshin suru no wa mada hayai. Sugi wa ore ga oite da. Yeah. The Rainbow Rocket leaders, all the bosses in the Rainbow Rocket episode are from different universes where they succeeded. So, Maxie awakened Groudon and controlled it. Archie awakened Kyogre and controlled it. Cyrus awakened Dialga or Palkia, depending on your version. It controls it. Ghetsis takes over Unova, which is kind of scary to think about. And Giovanni is just a crime boss. Really. He's got Mewtwo. Ultra wormholes are fascinating. Ore mo maketa ga dakedo. Yeah, it was Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon exclusive content. Itoyasumi shitai daro kedo sonna wake ni wa ikimasen. Has some good music. Finally. Alright. I have eaten my food. I'll be right back. Yes! Finally! I've got all the Chaos Emeralds! This is who I am! 俺たちが一休みしておけばよかった。Now we can finally evolve. What is your name? Your name is Jupeta. Jupeta. What a dumb Pokemon. 4 levels higher than all my others. Great. What are you doing here? Magma Dam Rokuto no Rocketo. That's rocket. No Nenryu Nanka. Nesude. Ittai Nani o suru tsumori nanda? Fu fu fu. そんなに知りたけりゃ教えてやろう。煙突山の過去に全部投げ込んでやろうのさ。グラドンも消えてしまったことだしもあんな山に酔わない。だから燃料の力を利用して火山噴火させてやろうのさ。ズドドンとな。Over ahead with a not very effective hit. ジュンちゃん力を貸してくれるのかい？僕と一緒に戦う準備はいいね。はい。Well, I'm gonna bring my fighting type and my 2 water types. He's gonna take the field. Bro doesn't even have a Metagross. Steven, stop. Whoa, he's tall. Magu Magu. Oh. Well, maybe I should have led with the water type. Because he has steel types and we're staring down a camera. Uh-oh. Huh. 42, huh? Go ahead, do your worst. Hey, that's great. Hikari no Kabe. Light screen. Doresun. Oh, that's problematic. Not that big a deal. Okay, he's switching to his Crobat, isn't he? Kurobato, yep. Oh, that +2 Metal Claw? Oh, that +3 Metal Claw! That did so little damage. He's just buffing his stats. Kuroi Manazashi. Damn. E-Tank fucked him up. Uh-oh. That thing is over there prepping. That thing is over there prepping. Oh! Oh, shit! Okay. What is he doing? Bro, forgot how to use attacks. Okay, well, that Mighty N is about to come into a karate chop. Hassan chop. The Metang is at +3. You are alive. Do you not know a fire move? Ow, bitch. I ain't switching. I ain't no bitch. I ain't switching. What? Alright. Pick him up. Oh, pick him up. Put him down. You did great out there, Machamp. But let's face it, the only reason we're winning right now is because that Metang went apeshit. Hair cutter. That thing's at +3. Yeah, I don't even need to be here anymore. This is why he was the reigning champion of Pokemon Universe. What are you learning? Submission? Jigoku Guruma. That's Hell Wheel, by the way. 80 power, 80 accuracy. It's really bad. It's also a recoil move. Why? Alright, well, it's just me and you, Mighty Anna. You're dead. Wow. Watashi wa tada rikuchi o fuyashitai dake nano ni. Migi ni onaji da. Wareware wa kazan o funka sasere rare nakata. Nemuri kara muza no ta guradon mo control dekina kate. Rikuchi fuyatsu toyo toeu kangae wa machigate iru no ka? Moshimo wareware magma dan ga machigate iraru to yononara masaka aquadan no umi wa fuyatsu toi kangae mo. Wakatta. Nenryu wa Akiamero. Give up on. Watashi ni wa honka ni tashikame me nakereba naranai koto ga aru yo da. Phew. 危ないところだった。純ちゃん、ありがとう。力を貸してくれた俺にいいものをあげるから。後で家まで来ておくれ。僕の家は金積町内よ。じゃない、この島にあるんだ。Hey chat, when I was a kid, so this guy right here tells you that they successfully launch rockets, and they successfully launch multiple rockets. So when I was a kid, I was told that once he launches like 100 rockets, he'll ask you if you want to go to the moon. And if you say yes, you go to the moon, where you can fight a level 75 Deoxys. Insane, right? And you know what the crazy part is? Is that that's exactly what happened in Oraz all those years later. When I went to the moon, and I fought a level 75 Deoxys in space. Except it wasn't a rocket ship, it was a Rayquaza. Jun-chan, mite no tarori nani mo nai kedo koko ga boku no ie nanda. Soda, saki wa arigato, kore wa boku kara no orei no kimochi. Hiden wa machine no diving da. Enryo shinai de motte kina yo. Nami nori shiteiru to mizu no iro ga koi bosho ga aru. Soko de diving o tsukau to umi no soko ni mokureru kara. Ukabitai toki wa moi chido diving o tsukaun da. Basho ni yotte wa ukabenai bai mo aru kedo. Alright, thanks. Sat in his chair the wrong way. Alright. I can now die Bingu. I guess you. Because you still have Mudslap, which I'm not using. Chat, Dig is TM28, right? Where do I get Dig? I need that for the Reggies. I need Dig for the Reggies. Oh, I need a Relicanth first. I need Cut and Dig, I believe. I don't know if anything starts with Dig. Goodbye. First things first, we gotta go to Suit. Suit-Apolis. That's the wrong item. We must go to Suit. Whoa. Kito-san. Okay. The Granik's house. Oh, I dodged him. I can go talk to him and get that. Well, I'll get it later. Right now, we have to head to Suit. I must go. We're here. This entire route is dedicated to Suit. Suricho. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okina Shincho. What? Diving-gu. I'm here. I'm in Suit. Can I fly now? I can. Grune Shiti. Oh, like ruin. Because this whole town... This whole town exists because a meteorite struck. It struck, and it created whatever the fuck's going on here. Alright, chat, we need a relicanth. Padudu! Padudu. Relicanth, I believe, is 5%, right? He's 5%. Well, I'm sure I'll find that fast. Won't be here much longer anyway. Bro. Where's all the Pokemon? Holy shit. That took forever. Fuck this thing. There's like 3 Pokemon you can catch underwater. It's Clamperl, Chinchou, and Relicanth. Why is the encounter window so small here? Chonchu. Don't you think diving could have been a more interesting mechanic if they actually did more with it? Or do you think that diving maps are a pain in the ass and don't even need to exist outside of like 3 instances? Well, I mean, to be fair, they don't need to exist for the most part at all, but diving spots are fascinating because you can go underwater and you can see shit that's underwater. And that's what's cool, is seeing shit underwater. Like, there's dive in black and white. You can dive at Undella. And if you dive in Undella, you find the relic castle. Didn't really do much with it, but it's there. But what game has the worst mandatory HM? Probably Whirlpool. No, you know what? Not even Whirlpool. Rock Climb. Rock Climb's a shitty move, and you can't just throw it on a Pokemon and then get rid of it later, because you're gonna need Rock Climb later. At least with Whirlpool, you only need Whirlpool in like 3 places. So you can give it to something that doesn't really matter, and then you can just get rid of it. But Rock Climb you're gonna need for so much more of the game that you can't just get rid of it. Defog is not required. Defog is not actually required. It's helpful, but you don't need it. The only thing you need defog for is to get the cleanse tag and the spell tag from the top of the Lost Tower. Otherwise, it's pointless. Fog just exists before Celestic Town. It exists in the lower Coronet area on your way to Snowpoint, and it exists on the Victory Road place. I think it exists on the Victory Road place that connects to Route 124. Yeah, you need Rock Climb to reach Red. You need Rock Climb and Waterfall, but Waterfall is actually a move. Rock Climb is not a move. It's 85-90, and you can confuse, sure, but like it's a shit move. There's abilities and moves. Using the move Sweet Scent forces an encounter. Having the ability Illuminate increases your encounter rate. So there are ways to do that. It's funny because the first instance of an item doing that would be the Pokemon Go stuff. Which Let's Go did do, the lures. They're used to attract more Pokemon. They have overworld encounters so you can see what you're encountering, so you can see if it's shiny or not. I get HMs require like locking progression to an extent, but to be honest with you, more often than not, HMs just suck. They just suck, and you find yourself in a position where you need to give it to one of the Pokemon you're using, or you need to carry around dead weight specifically for the purpose of using HMs. Which, to be fair, you don't need all 6 Pokemon on your team to win in Pokemon. But like, I like traveling around with my guys, you know? The best HM slave in the series is probably Bibarel, followed by Pelipper. Because Bibarel can learn pretty much every single HM in the game except Fly. And Pelipper can learn no HM except Surf and Fly, which are the 2 most important. Because Fly, while not mandatory, is too convenient to pass up. So having a Pokemon that can both Surf and Fly, if you somehow don't have a Water type, or you have a physical attacking Water type, is nice. Not in Gen 3, of course. But Bibarel can learn Cut, Rock Smash, Strength, Rock Climb, Surf, Waterfall, Dive. He can learn it all. He just can't fly. He can't fly. The sponge who could fly. I'm not in the grass. I need a Relicanth to open the sealed chamber. I want to see the Reggies. I want to see the Reggies in Japanese. Because I'm curious how that all works in Japanese. There's actually not much game left, if you can believe it. I have to go to the Seafloor Cavern. Beat Archie. He's the next boss. Then I go get Rayquaza. And then I beat Juan. And then I can just head to the Pokemon League. And that's it. Like, there's not that much Emerald left. Forgot Tropius was even in the marsh, because Tropius is not a Pokemon that I think about very often. Getting to the sealed chamber is so crazy. It's just this shitty route that's a bunch of one-ways, and you happen to take the one-way that takes you to the solitary dive spot in the middle of all the currents. And you see it when you pass by, and you're like, ooh, I gotta go check that out. And you go in there and you dive and you find this wall and it's like, I can't read that. Then you go up and you're in the sealed chamber and you're like, holy shit, Mom, get the camera. That's what dive should have been. Diving around in random spots in the water and finding secret areas that hold rare Pokemon. All kinds of cool stuff like that. The sealed chamber is exactly how all dive should be. Finding a solitary dive spot and checking it out and finding magic. The sealed chamber is legitimately magical because that ship basically doesn't exist until you explore a completely optional and pretty much pointless route, and suddenly a whole world opens up and a whole new mystery opens up in the game for you to solve and figure out and learn. The Reggies aren't forced on you. There's vague hints to the Reggies' existences in the areas where the tombs open. There's ruin maniacs who are looking for ancient tombs. But that's it. That's the only hint you really get that they exist. There's the special rock formations that feel like they'd mean something, but it's all tied to the sealed chamber. That's something that you just don't get any information on. Pokemon should have more of that. The problem is that people are stupid, so everything has to be spelled out in front of them, otherwise the game is not enjoyable. Cryptic secrets that open a whole new adventure that you're not told about, that you discover by going out of your way to explore. That's the shit we had growing up. That's the shit we had. Shit was just as it was. You know, like Fire Red Leaf Green was similar. Or I guess Red Blue Yellow. In Red and Blue and Yellow, you know, you have surf and you can go to the old abandoned power plant. You can go to the Seafoam Islands. And you don't really know much about them. But then when you get to the end, you find this legendary creature and it's like, whoa, shit. That's crazy. But it feels like nowadays, like, legendaries are just given out like fucking candy. Like, oh, mystery gift right now, limited time, legendary shiny raid battle. Get it right now. Cool, now you have a cool legendary. Shit is spelled out a little too much for you. You're not allowed to just explore and end up in a weird place and you're like, oh god, what is this? Where am I? And then you just kind of head forward and find stuff. Gen 4 had a couple. Although Gen 4 didn't have the greatest. The Stark Mountain stuff is so far away. Snow Point Temple you can get in, but you can't do much with it without the Reggies. They weren't secret, is what I'm trying to say. They weren't secret. They appeared on your map. Now, Turnback Lake was secret. I actually think Giratina in Diamond and Pearl was really cool. Because once you beat the Elite Four, you won't know that's there, but if you check your map, you can see that Turnback Lake is there. And the game's description of it is as the 4th lake of Sinnoh that was kept secret. But it would have been really cool if they didn't even tell you. Like, imagine they didn't tell you in any way that exists in Diamond and Pearl, and you just head south of Veilstone for whatever reason, and you notice that part of the wall is missing, and suddenly you're in a new area that didn't exist before. And you go in you go to this lake and you go in this cave and then you get the spooky music in the cave and you try to figure out how to get through it and suddenly you're face to face with this giant centipede dragon creature and it's like, what the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. Now, to its credit, even though it does appear on the map, the game doesn't tell you about it. The game doesn't tell you about it. But Snow Point Temple is somewhere where you can see and the game's like, come back when you're champion, asshole. Like, oh, okay. But the sealed chamber does not appear on the map. The sealed chamber does not appear on the map at all. It is something that you have to find completely on your own in the game. No real hints to its existence as far as I know. I'm not actually sure about that part. Chat. You know about Regigigas and Auras, right? So, yeah. So I'm talking about Cryptic and how I think Cryptic is good, but Cryptic is not good when it's not about discovering, it's about fulfilling steps that there's no indication that they're right. Like, good is the sealed chamber existing and providing all the tools necessary to solve the puzzle within. Bad is getting Regigigas and Auras. You have to... So, I learned exactly how that worked. So, in order to get Regigigas, you have to actually wait 24 hours from when you get the last Regi. So, it takes exactly 1 day before you're even allowed to get Regigigas. But once you get your last Regi, you wait 24 hours, and there's like this fucking little girl in Mauville in the apartments who gives you an ice cream cone if you show her Regi Ice. And that's about it. So what you're supposed to do is give the Regi Ice an ice-based item, like a Castelia cone or an Evermelt Ice. The Regi Ice needs a nickname, and then when you go into the Regi Ice chamber, and you go back to where Regi Ice is, and you approach where Regi Ice was, you get jumped by a Regigigas. And that's how you get Regigigas in Oraz. Stupid doesn't even begin to describe that. It does not begin to describe that. But that is how that goes. He's just chill, like I guess he's just hanging on the ceiling or something. Bro is just hanging on the ceiling like Spider-Man style from Spider-Man 1. When Toby shows up and he's like clinging to the ceiling while William Dafoe is looking for him. Like that's Regigigas while the entire time you're fighting Regi Ice, he's just clinging up to the wall like that. Freak behavior. Couldn't even give him his own chamber or anything. No, he just jumps you in these super stupid conditions are met. But streamer, that's what you wanted. No, that's not what I wanted. I keep hitting V button to run. It doesn't work. It's funny to think that if you reached the sealed chamber first, you'd be like, what the fuck is a Relicanth? And then you'd learn that Relicanth is an extremely rare Pokemon that only exists underwater. Where is he? Where is he? My fish! They ever explain Spiritomb? Here's how they explain Spiritomb. There's a guy on the route left of Hearthome where you talk to him, he says, don't ask questions, take this and put it in the tower on Route 109. Then he tells you to go underground and talk to people. That's all he says. For some reason, there's an odd keystone in the tree. There's an odd keystone in Twin Leaf Town. You have to surf and then talk to the tree to the left and you'll get it. All other odd keystones are like 1% underground encounters. But the way the odd keystone works is you put it in, and you have to have 32 different encounters underground, and that causes Spiritomb to appear. Why? I don't know. But the trick is that you only actually need one person. You just go and talk to them, and then you leave and you come back, and that adds to the ticker. But you need to do that 32 times. Or if you have 2 people, 16 times, and you get the picture. But Spiritomb is more cryptic bullshit. Spiritomb is more cryptic bullshit. Talking to that, remind me of Gen 6. There's a cave. There's a cave in Gen 6. It's called like the Cave of Emptiness. It's on the map. It has its own like description. And it's very off the beaten path. But when you finally reach it and you go inside, it's an empty cave with Mega Banite in it. And that's it. Nothing else. The only thing in that cave is Mega Banite. Which is cool. But, like, it's just like the Scorched Slab again. Where it's just like, what even is the point of having this named area? And it contains nothing but a single item. Feebas is terrible. Feebas and Munchlax are terrible. Feebas is worse because you can get Munchlax through a Snorlax. But yeah, Feebas is 50% chance in 6 different squares Out of all the water squares on the entire route. Great, right? It's similar in Gen 4. Munchlax, however, is cool because Munchlax is a 1% encounter on honey trees. Honey trees take 4 to 6 hours for an encounter to register on them. And not only that, but apparently Munchlax can't appear on every tree. Munchlax can only appear on a select few trees determined by your trainer ID. So you don't even know which trees Munchlax can appear on, but on the ones he can appear on, it's a 1% chance. Why would they do that? I don't understand why they would do that. Munchlax is one of those Pokemon that, like, it was one of the earlier ones known about before Gen 4 came out. But, bro, nobody wants a Munchlax that bad. Because the only way to get Snorlax in the game is by PAL parking. You have to PAL park a Snorlax. There's even a special Poketch you can get for Kecleon and Snorlax. Why Kecleon? I don't know. But he changes the color of your monitor. Snorlax, I think, is a clock or something. I don't remember. Munchlax appears in XD. So does Bonsly. Munchlax, Mime Jr., Weavile, Lucario, and Bonsly all appear in Mystery Dungeon. However, Munchlax is the only one who actually shows up and talks and has a portrait. Lucario is the only other one mentioned. He's mentioned by Alakazam. The Lucario rank, I believe, is the final rank of the rescue team. So Lucario is the final rank of rescue team, and he's mentioned by Alakazam. The way timer works for trees is weird too. I saw a video explaining it before. I don't remember the details, but it's the same timer. It's the same timer that uses berries, and if I remember correctly, it's like, doesn't it round on the hour? Doesn't it round on the hour? Or something like that? Yeah, Bonsly had Battle Bingo. I don't remember the specifics, but I remember I watched a video on basically how honey trees work and how berries work by extension. And it was a neat video, but I can't remember any of the information because consume content is all I do. Well, it's one thing to make it a 1%. It's another to make it a 1% on specific trees that are different. Because what if your friend is like, oh yeah, I got a Munchlax, I caught it on this tree, and you're like, okay, I'll try that tree, but that tree is not the same tree that your Munchlax seed is for, right? Catching Munchlax would only really be a pain in the ass if you wanted a living dex where you couldn't breed. But like, why the fuck would you do that? Chat, what do you think is the rarest shiny? What do you think is the rarest shiny in all of Pokemon? The rarest possible shiny. Feebas? No. No. If you know where Feebas is, it's a 50% chance to catch it. Now, you can also breed. You could breed, you can Masada breed for those shinies as well. A really annoying one is Sinistea. So if you didn't know, Sinistea is a Pokemon that exists in Gen 8 that can have a counterfeit or an authentic form. Which just means there's a specific seal on the Pokemon's cup that indicates that it's real. But all Sinistea that are bred are counterfeit. So in order to get a shiny Sinistea that's legitimate, you need to shiny hunt it in the wild. Which, granted, the odds of shiny hunting in that gen are cut in half from older gens, so would you call it the rarest? But there's also square shinies. Oh, man. The minute counter resets the current minute whatever you enter exit a battle. So, okay, so it means that... So it counts to 60, but if you get into a battle at all, it resets back down to 0. So you actually have to fucking sit there and wait. You can't do other stuff on the side, because it resets the timer. That's Goof Troop shit. Absolute Goof Troop shit. I have about 10 minutes left of this, so that I'm done for the day. So let's hope I get something. The fuck is a square shiny? A square shiny is a shiny that when they sparkle, instead of being stars, they're squares. What? Yeah, I know. But, yeah. That's a thing. But Gen 8 is the only place you can actually see if it's a square shiny. But whether or not a Pokemon is a square shiny is determined even in Gen 3 Pokemon. If you can believe it. What the fuck is a square shiny anyway? I don't know. It's a rare shiny. In other words, who cares? But that doesn't matter. Do you have a square shiny? I don't think I do. Not like you'd ever fucking know anyway, because you need to put it in Gen 8 to see if it is. And you can't do that. It's against the rules. One billion chinchows on the ocean floor. 1 billion chinchows in the ocean's more. 10 billion chinchows, the ocean galore. Where's Relicanth, damn it? I don't want a chinchow. The best kind of rare Pokemon, I think, are the ones that you have knowledge that they exist, but you don't know what they are. Can you give a single example of that, streamer? No. Actually, I can't. Is there an example of a rare Pokemon that, while not explicitly stated, that it is a rare Pokemon, that it is the Pokemon on the route, that it is in fact a Pokemon, there is a rare Pokemon you could find? Now, using the Pokedex is helpful for that, because you can find where Pokemon are, but that requires some backtracking. In Gen 9, there's some interesting ones. Like in Gen 9, you can find the Paradox Mons, but there's 2 Paradox Mons that are hidden in this like cave that's actually kind of pretty tough to spot. But there's this big open cave, and there's it's the unique spawn point of two of your Paradox Mons. It's Roaring Moon spawns in there, and Iron Valiant spawns in there for Scarlet and Violet respectively. Too bad sometimes they can spawn in the wall, so if a shiny one's in the wall, you won't even know. That's cool, right? I like that cave. I thought that cave was really neat. The only annoying part is the fact that it's like, you can kind of tell that when things aren't spawning that you're not in the right spot, but then actually finding it is like, where are they? Do I go deeper? Do I run through the whole gauntlet again? I ran up and down Area 0 like 3 times before I finally found out about that cave's existence. 5 more minutes. When it reaches 9:30. When it reaches 9:30. I'm just saving and I'm keeping myself underwater. And we'll resume this another time. Come on, Relicanth. Come on. Rarity is fine. Knowledge is good too. You know what bothered me? Nose Pass. The Pokedex says Nose Pass can be caught in Union Cave. Or sorry, Granite Cave. And it can, but it can only be found in Rock Smash Rocks. But the Pokedex doesn't make that clear. Pokedex just says you can find it in there, but it can only be found when you break rocks. Which is really fucking weird, because the only other Pokemon I can think of that can only be found by breaking rocks is Shuckle and Cianwood. And that's it. Otherwise, you just find Geodude and Graveler. But they had random, unique Rock Smash encounters where they probably shouldn't have, because, you know, you can't I just don't think it's good to be inconsistent like that, really. That's kind of just how it boils down to, is in my mind, putting a Pokemon in a Rock Smash Rock when nothing else Rock Smash ever has proven to be worth your time ever is just like stupid. Unless an NPC was like, whoa, I smashed that rock and a Geodude didn't, a Geodude came out, but one time a Geodude didn't come out, I'd be like, oh shit. So something that's not a Geodude can come out of that. Okay. Like, give me some information, man. Give me some information that like piques. You need information that interests your young mind to go and discover the truth for yourself. A blind run is one thing, but getting that little taste of mystery and wonder, like, oh, I gotta discover what's going on. Explain it to me. That's what. It doesn't work. I hate Relicanth. You hear that, Relicanth? I hate you. I hate you. Every rare Pokemon in the Safari Zone sucks to catch. Well, you mean you don't like the finding like the 5% or 2% encounter with Chansey, and the 25% chance that bitch has to run, and like the 12% chance you have to catch her? You don't like that? You don't like those odds? Why not? And the 5% chance that it's holding a lucky egg? Come on now. Come on now. That's fun. That's fun. Let's catch a Chansey. That's why it's called Chansey. It's a chance. Lucky chance. Good thing you can find Chanseys below Solosi in town. I beat them up with Thief to get a lucky egg. You can get a lucky egg from XD. They made a big like quest you got to do at the end that doesn't really involve battling at all, and you get a lucky egg for your troubles, which is pretty sweet because getting a lucky egg otherwise is a pain in the ass. In Gen 4, I spent hours trying to find a lucky egg Chansey. Finally found it. Ran into another Chansey by accident, and then got another lucky egg off of that one immediately. I had a collection of oval stones. Maybe some lucky punches. And I had 2 lucky eggs. Did I need to? No, but I had to. Alright, this is my last encounter, and then I'm leaving. I'm leaving after this. Yum, yum, yum. Blub, 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 blub. Okay. Alright. Fuck you, you fossilized menace. There will be another time. Ha ha ha. There you go. I'll catch that bastard, but I made progress today, and now I'm done.